Welcome back. This is episode 23 of the Veterinary Business video show. This show made possible with the support of RxWorks. In today's show, we'll discuss the importance of management structure in veterinary practice and see what Mark Moran has to say about evolving the practice organisation to meet tomorrow's challenges. I'll show you a new web-based PMS system that may be ideal for practice startups with very tight budgets, and we'll take a closer look at the services offered by RxWorks. We'll also look at a nifty business tool that you can use to design and carry out a market research project in the catchment area of your practice, and I'll let you have my quick business tip for this episode. I'm John Sheridan, and this is the show that helps practice owners, managers and clinicians just like you to build your successful practice into a great business. I was privileged to present 3 sessions at the recent Northern Veterinary Show in Yorkshire, and covering such topics as growing your business and how to set fees to achieve practice objectives, and your exit strategy, how to maximise the value of your business. My first session, however, was entitled So You Want to Be the Boss? What are the options, solo, partnership or joint venture? And it was very encouraging to be able to talk to so many clinicians keen to buy into an existing practice or set up business on their own. During our discussions, it became clear that there are a growing number of business models in the veterinary market, ranging from services operating from single units to large multi-partner, multi-location businesses. As practices grow, so do the management challenges they face. Management structures which work well in the early years may no longer be adequate, and practices sometimes find that they outgrow the management skills available to them in-house, which were perfectly adequate just a year or two earlier. Evolving the practice organisation to meet tomorrow's challenges was the theme of Mark Moran's presentations during the Northern Vet Show. Here's a flavour of what he had to say.
To decide on the correct organisational structure, what we need to start with is to decide where the practice is trying to go. So is the practice trying to grow, in which case more time will need to be spent looking at how we intend to grow, which parts of our business will grow, or is the practice going to stay at much the same size, but we want to be more efficient? So we have to look at those functions that influence the effectiveness, the quality and the cost of our organisations. Most practices, we find, have the wrong organisational form. They have the form that was right for their practice in the past, not the form that's right for their practice going forward. And the analogy I always use is to think of your practice today as being governed by 3 large ball bearings connected by springs. Those ball bearings represent the people you've got today with their skills and strengths and personalities, the organisational structure you're using today, and the culture, usually driven by the partners known as the practice, that pervades the way we do things around here. And if you let go 3 ball bearings with springs, they'll settle to a happy equilibrium, and that's where you are today. If you try and change one of those 3 things, for example, we introduce a new organisational structure, but make no effort to change the people or the culture to support them, then what happens is you've effectively taken one of those ball bearings and moved it. The result is you've stretched its springs, and the further you stretch the spring, the harder it pulls back. So what we tend to find happens is that over a short period of time, the organisation returns to the one from which it came. Or if we change the people, that the people